Brett, we're back with the details this week. I know there's a tight end on the Chiefs you want to highlight. Number 83, actually not 87, but he's had 2 great weeks in a row.
He has 4 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks, and obviously those are what stand out. But when you look at the tape and see what he's doing from play to play, playing with great fundamentals, seems to be playing with a lot of confidence, and really helping the Chiefs offensively.
That's what you're here for, Brett. You're going to tell us about the fundamentals and point out these things that Noah Gray is doing that, again, the casual eye, people like me, hey, might not recognize that on first glance, but some really good things that Noah's doing, the reason he's been able to be productive. Let's go over this first touchdown for him. What are you seeing on this play, Brett?
So this is one of the flood variations the Chiefs run, Y cross, except they're going to run this one with double posts here. So you've got 2 posts. That inside post is going to go to that far pylon there, that far front pylon, and then the outside post is going to be like more middle of the field. So they're going to clear 4 defenders here. And then you have a shallow cross by Kelce right there who's holding that underneath defender, and what you have is a lot of space for Noah Gray. Now, Gray is not doing anything special, particularly on this play, because he's so open, but it's a good example of scheme, and I think it's a really kind of telling that they're starting to maybe draw some things up to where he's going to get the ball, or a high likelihood he's going to get the ball.
Yeah, we've talked so much about why this over route that you talked about here, Brett.
Mm-hmm.
And so many times that's been Travis Kelce.
Right.
It's Noah Gray. So, again, maybe an indication for the Chiefs coaches. They're looking at this and saying, we need to get this guy more involved and, again, get him the football, make him the focal point on these plays.
Absolutely. And Kelce is the actual first level here. As you can see, he really pulls that defender up. You know, they're aware of where he is. He pulls that up. And, of course, with the double post clearing out the deep area of the field, there's nobody there. Good design and good execution.
Yeah, big opening for Noah Gray. And, again, the Chiefs putting the coach is putting Noah Gray in a position to make a play here. Potentially would have been a different player in another game or earlier in the season. Similar type thing on this next play, Brett. The Chiefs potentially looking to open up Noah Gray and kind of open up a play specifically for him.
Right. So this is what's called Y delay. And what this play is looking to accomplish is basically they're going to keep in Gray, who's, would be the Y here, and put him on a delayed release. They're going to keep him in the protection scheme for a 2 or 3 count. And what they're trying to get done is him get lost. See those 3 underneath linebackers that are dropping. This is a 4 deep 3 under zone. They're going to continue to get depth and not have any eyes on Gray because they see that he's now in the protection scheme. And then the Chiefs are going to slip him out late to the spaces that created by all those vertical routes there. Wide open.
Yeah, and kind of like you talked about the first play. Look, this guy and this guy and this guy, they're all doing things so potentially this guy can get open. And so maybe another step from the Chiefs coaching staff to say, we need to get this guy the football and see what he can do in some space. And, again, the Chiefs kind of scheming things open for Noah Gray.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, let's get to the second touchdown. Brad, I know you were kind of fired up about this one, potentially some of the fundamentals you see from here. We started with Patrick Mahomes. He sees cover 0. Carolina hadn't gone to cover 0 all game. So, he's seeing maybe potentially with some motion, some of these guys moving. However he read it right. But let's single out Noah Gray here and what he's able to do to get himself open.
Yeah, but before we get to that, this is the exact same play that they scored against Denver on. I think it was Kelce caught the touchdown. Arches. Right there. So just another example.
Yeah, exactly.
Of Andy Reid having that bucket of, red zone concepts to pull from.
Well, can I explain it to you, Brett? Can I explain it to you? So
yes.
You're going to have a crossing route across here,
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to have Kelce come out and inside. That's where he stopped and caught the touchdown pass in the end zone.
Exactly.
But actually, Noah Gray is going to do something different. Actually, this is the crossing route here. Kelce goes out and then back in. But we're going to be circling Noah Gray. So what does he do on this play?
So he's got this, I guess it would be a short post dig type route, and he's got to win inside. So if you roll it back there, you kind of see from the end zone angle, it's kind of hard to see from the wide, but this defender is head up to inside leverage. So what Gray has to do is work him outside first and get his hips turned slightly outside, as you can see there, and that's going to allow him to win inside. So once he gets to the top of the stem, he's got a chance to win that space, and then he uses that left arm to create that separation and get back inside.
This is setting up a defender. This is really good stuff.
Right.
This is able to be reliable for your quarterback. And again, this does not happen on accident. This is Noah Gray creating the separation with how he runs his route. All right, let's get to some run blocking here.
Yep.
No, this is an important play because it's 4th and 1 for the Chiefs, so a big down for them to get. And you got Noah Gray here up against a pretty big dude here across from him. What do you see from this particular play from Noah Gray?
This is he makes it look easy here. This is not an easy block. He's given up 50 pounds, right? Is that when we looked it up? Was it 50 pounds here?
Well, we got 240 for Noah Gray, and we've got 290 for this defender. Yes,
290, so 50. This defensive end is going to line in a what's called a 6 technique, head up, pre-snap, and then he's going to slant. Well, he's slightly outside and a tight 9, and then he's going to take the C gap, and this is counter here, down blocks on the front side or gap blocks, and his job is to create movement, and he does that against somebody 50 pounds heavier, and he keeps his feet driving. He's got good pad level, keeps his feet driving, and moves a guy 50 pounds bigger than he is.
Again, 4th and 1 too. I mean, this is not like, oh my gosh, 1st and 10. Maybe you're catching somebody by surprise.
Right.
We saw stats from Next Gen Stats on this one. I believe it was the Chiefs ran 32 plays out of 12 personnel, which is 1 running back, 2 tight ends, at 219 yards and 2 touchdowns. But again, the only way you can succeed with that is if you have a guy like Noah Gray, who they put small bodies on the field, you beat them. And if you put big bodies on the field, you're able to beat them. That's kind of an example of that.
Exactly. I mean, if you're going to run out of that, I mean, you've got to be, your tight ends have to be multiple. They have to be able to be able to run everything in or most of the passing game. And then, of course, block one the run game. And that's what you see there.
All right, Brad, I know you want to highlight this last block by Noah Gray as well. A good block by him, and again, showing off a different skill set against a much bigger dude.
Right. So the last clip we looked at, it was a down block, but here, where he's on the front side, now he's on the back side of a wide zone play. And his job is to cut off the gap to his right, which would be the C gap, and keep that defender from basically pursuing from the backside, making a play.
And again, this is kind of a mismatch. We got 320 here going against him. He's 240. So tell me what he does on this play.
So if you roll it back to the very start, he takes a really good first step, which puts him in position to succeed. He gets his outside shoulder across, and he's able to, from there, use leverage. He continues to run his feet. Now, he eventually gets beat across the face there, but instead of give up, he gives great effort here, and he stays engaged. He continues to run, and that defender ends up 6 yards down the field, and he doesn't make the play.
Overall, Noah Gray, what can you say about him? What are you seeing from him differently this year that potentially is putting the Chiefs in position to make him one of the playmakers on offense?
I mean, he's multiple. He's playing with great fundamentals, and he's balanced. He's getting it done in both the run game and the pass game. I think that can be said for all the Chiefs tight ends. I mean, I know Kelce doesn't really get his due as a blocker, and we've looked at what he's done before, but I just think all the Chiefs tight ends, well, whatever they're asked to execute, they're doing it exactly how they're coached to do it. And as I said, they're doing that with great fundamentals and just making plays.